Hey Gemini, how's it going? This is going to be your monthly reading for June 2020. It's so wild to think that it's already June, but we're in your season, which is fun. Yeah, this is a general message, so please be sure to take what resonates and leave what does not. You can check out your other signs videos for some additional information. And of course, if the message resonates, do be sure to like, share, subscribe, please, and thank you. An extended reading will be offered for this video, so if you'd like to dive in a little bit further into the information being provided, feel free to check out that link below. And you can also purchase a personal reading with me via that website, vivaciousfoxtarot.com. All right, gems, let's get right into it. The message I got, or it was just a single word that I got for you guys for the month of June, was salvation, right? In terms of, looking at it from a religious point of view, this is like saving the soul from sin, right? This is salvaging something that maybe was potential of a loss, making the most out of a situation, however this resonates, okay? But salvation. This is good. There's definitely a bit of heaviness around it because, of course, it's like something's needing to be salvaged, something's needing to be saved, basically, right? So yeah, this is super interesting, and I'm really curious to see how this unfolds. So we'll jump right in for you guys. Spirit, what is the overall message or energy for Gemini for the month of June 2020, please? And thank you, Spirit. What is the overall message? So definitely like feeling good. I feel like the start of your season was pretty intense. You guys are, air signs. You represent thoughts, intellect, communication, okay? Gemini, you guys are so quick and so witty. But, it's kind of this cycle, right? Whereas Aries begins a new cycle where we look back on all the intentions that we've set throughout the year, what we've achieved, what we haven't achieved. We set new intentions. Taurus gives us that grounded energy that we need to move forward. And then when we get into your guys' seasons, it's all about going within and listening to ourselves first and foremost and what we need for ourselves, and then finding ways to listen and communicate with others, okay? Communicate what we're internally feeling, listening to how people respond to those messages or that communication, and ultimately just finding that, really putting the wheels in motion, really setting the wheels in motions for the intentions that we are setting, okay? Finding new ways to bring them about and intensify them, basically, right? It's like redeveloping an entire way of thinking and perceiving ourselves. You guys are intense, Gemini. I love your season, but oh yeah, you guys are intense. Okay. Overall energy, you guys have the Empress and the Ten of Wands, okay? So with the Empress energy, she's the queen of all queens, right? She's nurturing, she's caring, she's desirable. She just kind of radiates this aura that really draws people in. And because you guys are so profound and so quick and great communicators, okay? You guys are the thinkers. You just have this way of presenting yourself to people that really draws them in, okay? And you guys are totally harnessing this energy you have right now, right? It's like you guys already do this naturally throughout the year, but now being in your season, this is really being highlighted, okay? And this is perfect because you are going through so many shifts right now and really finding ways to go about coming into an alignment with yourself. And by doing that, you step into this Empress mode, okay? And this can be a man or a woman. Take it however it resonates, okay? But that's a beautiful energy circulating yourself through, carrying yourself throughout the month. And the Empress is also number 3 as well. So 3s can represent collaboration, creativity, okay? So yeah, finding new and innovative ways of approaching situations and sharing that information and perspective with other people, okay? And the only thing here is with this Ten of Wands, right? This is carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, okay? And I definitely got the feeling, especially last week, that your minds were just kind of racing a million miles a minute. You do this already as is. And it's like within your season, especially with that new moon in Gemini, it was pretty intense and it was pretty heavy and a lot of thoughts and emotions coming up and just kind of running wild, okay? So be cautious of this, okay? Because remember, you do not need to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders, Gemini, okay? It's time to release those burdens. And this being the number 10, this is all about finding ways to delegate instead of continuing to carry it, okay? You don't need to do this on your own anymore. You're being creative and you're being innovative, okay? So this is all about finding new ways to divide up this burden and all these responsibilities that you're carrying on yourself, okay? It's about working smarter, not harder, right? With this card here. All right, let's jump in and see what else we got throughout the month here. Okay, what can we expect for Gemini at the beginning of the month? Okay. All right, interesting. Okay, let's get one more card to go with that. What is this Four of Wands all about, Spirit? Okay, so what I'm getting right off the bat here, and especially with that, the salvation, right? Salvation was your main energy or your main message for you. Perhaps, you know, there was, Four of Wands is here first and foremost. So perhaps there was a situation where things just kind of didn't go as expected or as planned, okay? But there's a way of salvaging this, okay? And that's where that creative mind and that nurturing, compassionate energy is coming in, okay? Finding new ways to go about rebuilding and regrouping this situation, okay? Bringing salvation and victory back to this situation, this connection. Because right now on your mind at the beginning of the month, here's your Four of Wands, right? This is all about happy home, happy family, happy life. This is stability, okay? The four pillars here that holds up everything for us, okay? This is also a card of victory and celebration, right? The wreaths are here. It's this couple here is celebrating, you know, like it is the card of marriage. So perhaps if you've been having some issues in your marriage or in a relationship or a new relationship that was blooming and things kind of just didn't really work out the way you were thinking they would, okay, there is a way of salvaging this. You just have to find a new way of communicating your thoughts and feelings, and also remember to listen, okay? Very, very important to listen. Your season in Gemini is very focused on, again, listening to what's going on within, as well as the thoughts and opinions of others and how your responses and your actions affect them, what they have to say about it, okay? Just to clarify that we have the Four of Pentacles and we have the Fool card, okay? So Four of Pentacles is all about perhaps you were holding on to something too tightly, or vice versa, however this resonates. Maybe it was this other person that was holding on too tightly to something, okay? There is a need to let this go, okay? Let go of this sense of control, wanting to really make something work that's just not right, okay? Here you have the Four of Wands and then the Four of Pentacles. So two number fours here, okay? This is all about, you know, this solid grounded foundation has the potential to be there, but don't hold on too tightly to what's not working, okay? If something is not working, again, remember, this is all about being creative and innovative and finding new ways of going about resolving these issues or whatever the situation is, okay? So let that grip go, okay? He's holding on too tightly, and perhaps this has something to do with money. It could be, you know, you're wanting to buy a home or you're wanting to get married, but you're just too worried about the money, not wanting these things to happen, but not wanting to invest the money into it, or fear of investing the money into it, okay? But you got the Fool card. Spirit saying take a leap of faith, okay? Whatever it is that you're holding on too tightly, it's time to look at it from a different perspective. You don't know what's on the other side, right? That's the whole point of the Fool card, is you do not know what's on the other side, but you're being called to trust, to let go, take that leap of faith, okay? And this is also the first card of the major arcana, number 0. 0 is about going into the void, the great unknown, okay? Sometimes the path less explored is the one that bears the best fruit, right? So it's all about going down, stepping outside of your comfort zone and taking that leap of faith here, okay, Gemini? Okay, Spirit, what can we expect closer towards mid-month? What's going on mid-month for Gemini. Okay. And then what about the future? Let's do the future energy here. What can we expect? Ooh. Interesting. Okay. Mid-month, you have the the Six of Pentacles here, okay? This is about putting yourself in a position where you're in a comfortable state of giving, right? Whereas before here, remember, you're holding on so tightly and needing to let go, okay? This could be very well to do with money, some sort of issue in the relationship or whatever situation it is. Doesn't have to be romantic, but you were just holding on. It's like you wanted that solid foundation. You wanted something to celebrate, but you weren't willing to take that leap of faith just yet because you were holding on too tightly. But once you do, because that's towards the beginning of the month, right? Once you take this leap of faith, here you go, you put yourself in a position where you're just like, okay, I'm stable and grounded. I'm balanced, right? There's the scales there. And I'm in a position where I can give freely, whether this is monetary gifts, if this is gifts of your communication and intellect, okay? Because that is you guys are so strong in that area. Sorry, my nose is my allergies are just driving me crazy the last few days, or last couple weeks. Okay, but this is, the Six of Pentacles to me is also the card of giving and receiving, the law of giving and receiving, okay? So it's just like, I'm willing to put in my fair share because I have lots to give and I'm going to give it to you, but it's also being in a position to receive that equal exchange, okay? So this is all about an equal exchange that's happening now mid-month. So that's good. It looks like you're going to take that leap of faith and it's going to bring you into this position where you let go of that tight hold that you had and you start being a little bit more balanced in this situation, okay? Towards the end of the month, this is interesting. You have the Devil and you have the Lovers card here, okay? And these cards are actually reflections of each other, right? The two lovers here on the bottom are the same lovers in both cards. So what this is telling me is that there's a soul connection there. There's some sort of mirroring image that's coming up. And the reason why you're going through this whole process of salvation is because perhaps where you were feeding into temptation before, temptation isn't always a bad thing with the Devil card, right? The Devil energy is not always a bad energy, but there is a need to bring some sort of salvation or balance, right? Here they're in the Garden of Eden. Don't forget that, right? Salvation is all about saving ourselves and releasing us from sin, okay? So if there was some sort of negative, heavier energies, okay, bad habits, bad routines, just devil energy, right? That was coming in between this relationship, or if this is what the relationship was built on, you were being called to release this hold here, okay? It's not to say that you shouldn't dive in and explore your desires with this person. Absolutely do that. But again, be careful what you're going to take with you moving forward, okay? Because you have a chance for something really great and really balanced and even give and take here, right? But you don't want to fall back into that temptation of the devil, okay? And that's towards the end of the month, you're really going to see that creep up, okay? Where you're just like, you're starting to figure it out and work through it throughout the month. And then at the end of the month, you just kind of go, whoa, okay, what's happening here, right? Be very cautious of this, all right? Yeah, I just keep hearing like, break that chain, right? Yes, the forbidden fruit is here. Yes, this is a Lover's card. This is them in the Garden of Eden, okay? But just remember, salvation, salvage yourself, salvage this relationship, break that chain, that negative energy that binds the two of you, okay? It's going to be a really important message, and we'll dive deeper into that in the extended reading for you as well. What message can we get for Gemini? Okay, what do what we got here. Self-love, okay? Being very kind. Remember, listening to yourself, okay? Self-care is the name of the game right now, all right? Focus in on your harnessing your powers and your strengths, okay, Gemini, because you have a lot of good things to give and offer. And once you take in that self-love and do this self-care, that puts you in that position, right, where you're in an even spot, a balanced spot to give your gifts now, okay? But it starts with you. You have nourishment, yes, right? Nourishing your mind, body, and soul here, okay? Again, harnessing your gifts and talents and utilizing them, okay? Because you have the opportunity to really dive in here and bring balance to this, but don't forget that chain needs to be broken, okay? You're learning very valuable lessons throughout the month, and then at the end of the month, it's kind of just like this ultimate test, okay? So take what you've learned throughout the month and make sure you hold on to it when those big lessons come up towards the end, okay? Wisdom, yes, absolutely carry your lessons through here, okay? You're a lot wiser and you're seeing things a lot differently than you did before, okay? Keep diving into that creative, innovative energy. Keep harnessing this balance, give and take, okay? And then when you get towards the end of the month here, again, whatever the lesson might be in terms of this connection, look at those chains. Where are you binded? What are you holding on to? What is the dark energy surrounding here, okay? Because there's chance for a really great deep connection and love here, but this energy needs to, there's going to be some serious lessons for you here, okay? Okay, Geminis, I hope the message resonated. If this is where we part, thank you for watching. I will see you next time. For those who are interested in the extended reading, I will see you momentarily. And yeah, have a great month, guys, and I'll check in with you throughout with your weeklies. Bye.